this point, I guess it's yeah, late, late in the afternoon at least, maybe approaching like a dinner time kind of thing. You can hear the bar is pretty much just kicking full gear right now. You can hear it through the walls. People enjoying their what we called water, because we know they're certainly not serving illegal moonshine or bathtub gin or anything like that. It's just water.
Of course not.
Yep.
All right then. Was there anyone who seemed to pay special attention to us leaving?
Well, at this point, you guys are just behind the bar still.
Okay, so we didn't go back through the bar.
You certainly can.
Well, can we check to see if anyone heard or saw us real quick?
What would you want to do? Oh, outside the bar? Sure.
Yeah. See if anyone heard or saw us while we were talking.
You guys can roll me. Did we decide perception was an okay thing to roll?
I think. Oh shoot! I didn't even log into Roll20. Hold on. I think I'm forgetting to do something. There's some piece of this that I didn't do.
No, we're out of practice.
Yeah. No, I'm so on top of this. No.
Do you want me to just use mechanic stats, or I can't remember how?
Oh yeah. I was gonna have you just roll, randomly. I think you guys did it before. I think I gave you like a 2d6 plus 2 or plus 3 maybe. 2d6 plus 2. Let's do that. For both you guys.
Plus 2. It's a 6. That's not really that good.
No, not very good.
Jesus.
Nope.
Better? Not great. That's a 1 and a 6.
Success.
Hold
on, I'm still remembering how to use this.
Yeah, stupid
Just
character shit.
Your
Yeah.
only hope.
So are we just rolling straight perception, or are we rolling like a detection check?
If detection's a skill, you could do that, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it, Batman.
Do it.
11. As you guys kind of finish up your discussion with Davin, he sneaks back in the bar. The wind starts to kind of pick up a little bit. It starts kind of stirring some of the ash. And it seems that maybe another ash storm might be kind of starting to sneak in, in the area. You kind of see some black kind of start building up, over the near mountains. Nothing serious yet. Josephine, you also take notice of someone appeared to be watching you guys. This kind of conversation behind the bar, and has you didn't really catch much other than the back of like a shirt kind of darting around a corner of some of the buildings away from the bar. Because this place is just kind of set up in this random kind of array of shacks and lean-tos and buildings, and so there's alleys and all over the place. Nothing's lined up. There's no straight streets, and he's kind of darted around a corner. He or she or it, you're not sure.
Well, that sounds like a good direction as any to go, so I'm gonna head off in that direction and follow them.
I'm gonna follow the boss.
Yeah, I'm gonna make like a beckoning motion, like in...
This way, guys. Okay.
Just scurry along.
So you follow the way you saw, and you come around the corner, and you kind of into sort of a dead end. Between these two buildings that this person ran off to, at the end, instead of being open and free, it's just like a bunch of garbage and refuse and piled up ash, because they do clean up the ash once in a while, like shoveling snow. They just have a pile of it there, and this figure, kind of in kind of ragged clothes, you can't really tell much about them right now, is trying to climb the way up this pile of ash.
Alright. I watched them struggle for a minute. Do they actually seem to be succeeding?
Slowly, they're more succeeding in just kind of digging themselves into the pile of ash, and getting rather filthy.
Alright then. I call out to them.
Okay. We just say hey.
Hey, what are you doing there?
Person freezes. Quick glance over their shoulder and see that their face is kind of all smudged in black ash too. You can't really tell. They're somewhat smaller though. you know, a smaller race or a child maybe, they quickly turn around, just start frantically just digging in the ash, and then you see them as a last ditch effort just dive into it, and then just buried.
Do they just disappear?
Oh, yeah, it would seem that way. You can't imagine they really went anywhere, but
okay, I'm gonna approach the ash pile
okay.
and see about maybe pulling them out of it.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's do a check of some sort. Let me get my handy dandy list of skills.
Excellent.
Maybe something like I don't know. If this was 5e, I'd say something like a sleight of hand.
Yeah, I was just about to say the sleight of hand would.
You know, maybe just to try to be quick and snag him. Or okay, here's my list. Skills.
Animal handling.
You could do something like.
I like how etiquette is a skill.
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, aristocrat is a career.
Yep.
Glad we didn't have that skill in our last campaign. Just ones all around.
Excuse you, Alexander was very polite.
Oh, I'm talking about Satch. He was just faced into the food, everything.
Oh, jeez.
Just I don't know. I didn't see anything that strictly applied. Just roll me. Can you roll me a straight agility?
Yeah.
Just kind of do like a quickness kind of thing. Yeah. You reach in very quickly, right where you saw them disappear, and you kind of feel a boot, and you grab it and start pulling, and you kind of fall back, and you have a boot in your hand. The boot kind of popped off. It's a small boot. And then, you know, further up in the pile, you see two hands kind of just stick out, and then you hear muffling, and the hands just start shaking around.
I'm gonna grab one of the hands and pull them out. Yeah.
I
What's that? Did you say
think
something?
we both grabbed one of their hands.
Both
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
I thought for a second you said, "How big are the hands?" So, is that important to how we're gonna handle this situation?
Yes.
Yes. You both just kind of half step in the pile, grab his hands, rip him out, and out tumbling out of the ash, completely covered, black head to toe, just coughing. Right now is a young elf of a young elf. Probably not even a teenager, a kid maybe. He rolls and starts hacking up and.
Handkerchief or maybe anything. Like, I know that we have breathing masks, but is there anything that helps with the ash?
In this kind of situation, I mean, you just gotta get cleaned up, really.
I start dusting him off.
It helps a little bit. And finally, he kind of coughs up what was kind of stuck in his mouth after he stupidly dove in a pile of it. And he sits and he just kind of looks up at you.
I'm like, this stuff's like really bad for you, and the reason we clean it off the streets, and that it tastes terrible.
Yeah, he just kind of spits it. And he looks up at you and he frowns and says, "I ain't seen nothing."
Wow.
All right, then.
I ain't no rat.
Definitely haven't asked any questions yet, but okay, that's good. Good starting point.
We're off to a bad
I
start,
hand
but-
his boot.
He takes his hit and he shakes out the ash and he pulls it on his foot as he keeps like glancing from between the three of you back and forth. He pulls it on. He doesn't have any laces in it. That's why it came off so easy. He slowly stands up and then he slowly starts backing away.
Cross my arms.
I look between him and the ash pile again, like, where do you think you're going?
He looks at the ash pile.
You sure you want to do that again? It was so great the first time.
And he thinks about it in a minute. Says, I just need to get a running head start. I can do it. And he just turns and starts running towards the ash pile again.
At this point, I'm kind of just going to watch him go.
Okay. He runs, takes 2 steps into the ash pile, like kind of like tries to like dive or jump. You're not sure. Essentially, just kind of belly flops right into it, and then he kind of hits it, and he kind of rolls back, kind of off the pile, and he kind of just looks up at you again, just covered in it, and he slowly stands up, kind of brushes himself off, and then just crosses his arms and looks at you.
I continue staring at him without saying anything.
I'm stifling a
I
laugh.
slowly raise one eyebrow.
I ain't done nothing, Cog.
I didn't even say you had done anything.
That's because I
Any
ain't.
guilty conscience?
A guilty what? No, I ain't got nothing.
Conscience? You know,
I got
perhaps
none
you
of
did
that.
something to someone else.
He just
Perhaps
shakes
you'd
his
like
head.
to share why you were following us. Or why you, for some reason, wandered to a dead-end alley.
He kind of like stares at his boot as he kind of just like pushes it around on like the dirt. And he looks back at the ash pile. Says, "Wasn't a dead end yesterday."
Fair
So
enough.
there's a little path
That's
through there.
fortunate for you, I suppose.
And he kind of like takes a step closer to you guys and kind of like peers around you. And then he just says,
Yes, we are quite thoroughly blocking the way. We have noticed. Thanks.
And he frowns and crosses his arms again. I told you I ain't done nothing. I ain't following you guys.
Sure about that?
Of course I'm sure. I know what I'm
Really
doing
sure.
and not doing.
What are you doing right now?
Nothing. Same as I'm always doing. Nothing.
Creeping around.
I sigh and I tap my foot against the ground a little bit. I continue to stare at him
It's ass.
expectantly.
And he looks at you and he frowns and says, "You ain't gonna let me go?"
Shrug my shoulders.
And he uncurls his arm and he goes, "I guess we're gonna have to do this the hard way then, huh?" And he puts up 2 fists.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
Watch,
God.
someone gets killed by a kid.
I start laughing. Possibly, like, crying a little bit.
He frowns, "What are you laughing at, Cog? Ain't nothing funny here."
No. I assure you, there are many things that are funny about this.
You're in my way. You're stopping me from some very important business.
And what business might that be?
My business, not yours.
Well, it is my business.
You cogs think everything's your
Someone was
business, don't you?
murdered. We're investigating it. Following us. I mean, it's
It
unfortunate
involves
that you got caught. I'll give you that. Feeling a little bad for you. However, you know, this is life. Maybe you'll learn something.
Can you make me a, let's say persuasion, but is that not a skill?
Let's say, is there-
Negotiation?
Oh, negotiation. No, well, you're not really offering anything.
I don't
Intimidation.
think there is
Oh,
a
yeah, no, that's
persuasion.
true.
Yeah, I
I was
guess
gonna say, I
it's-
think intimidation is the best one.
Yeah, intimidation.
With like what as a bonus though?
Using, let's see, intimidation using,
Poise, maybe? Because I'm talking.
It's for like range attacks though, isn't it?
oh yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
thought
poise
so.
is.
I think you can add different stuff too. Yeah, I don't know.
Do,
Intellect?
Possibly.
I mean, is there not, well, I mean,
Or
Maybe-
physique?
Maybe I've completely forgotten the
Prowess.
stats too.
It's arcane.
Yeah, arcane. No, not arcane. Yeah, just do
Dead poise that you can add secondary stats.
Who knows?
do physique instead. I don't know how the intimidation roll. Oh, okay.
I am very scary.
Adds a little menace in the situation.
Well, where'd lose Nick? Oh, he's there. He kind of looks at you, and he slowly puts his fist down. Takes a step back. Says, I was just joking. I ain't stupid. Now, are you gonna find my sister's horse or not?
Oh, so if you just led with that, this might have all been a lot easier. So you're following us to make sure that we're investigating the disappearance of your sister's horse.
No, I'm following you so I can find out information so I can find it myself.
I mean, that would just make our job easier. So we're certainly not going to stop you.
He goes. He kind of like stands up a little bit taller and
we'll help you.
he goes,
We'll help you find the horse, and then you could just take all the credit for finding the horse.
Yeah, absolutely.
He kind of sticks his chin in the air and says, "Well, I don't need your help to find the horse anymore."
Oh, so you know where it is?
Why would I tell you?
No, I mean, it could be helpful to our investigation.
I don't care about the man who got murdered.
Well, if the one who murdered the guy took the horse and you're going there, I mean, you see the chances of another murder occurring?
Kind of looks at you and says, "What are you trying to say? I can take care of myself."
I'll put it bluntly, you don't seem like you can.
He kind of looks up at you and then he kind of looks at himself. He kind of like drops his head, kind of looking a little bit ashamed, and says, "It doesn't matter. I'll just find the horse and bring it back."
You sure you don't want any backup? Just in case something happens?
Eyes, you
I
funny.
mean, I'm sure we're willing to help you out.
I think you just want to know what I want, what I already know. I think you need my help.
I already said that at the beginning, and it seems like you need our help, possibly. Do you know how to, can you even get on the horse?
You don't need to get on the horse. It'll follow me. It knows me.
Will it?
Of course it will. It's our horse. What do you know about horses?
I mean, not much. I'm not gonna let I know a little more about people.
Well, I don't want to find a person. I want to find a horse. So I'll find the horse. You go find the person.
I don't like this kid.
He's a scrappy Ashland kid. Or Ashfall's own kid.
Yeah, I know. I want to smack the little shit. Well, like I said before, since you have a one-track mind, the murderer could have possibly taken the horse. Murderers mostly kill more than once. Long story short, you could die.
Of course I could die. I'm still going to get that horse.
Where's the horse?
He kind of looks at you and says, "If you were listening as good as I was listening, you would have known. Davin already told you."
Well, I don't know about these two, and I point at them, but I'm an idiot. Okay, I would like a little refresher if you could, please. I mean, you seem all smart though.
He kind of stands up a little bit. Of course I am. Gotta be smart. He kind of goes,
Well, you think you can give me a bit of insight? Because I'm not really all that smart.
yeah, he sighs and rolls his eyes. It says, "Someone took horse. Davin said he hadn't seen horse go through town. So if someone took horse, they went out of town. Only one way to go out of town. On this side." He looks at you.
Because I'm not really from around here.
Kind of rolls his eyes again and says, "Whoever took the horse took it through the mountain pass."
Okay. Thank you. Was that hard? No.
For you?
Yes, very difficult. It is hard to withstand slapping a child.
He kind of like tugs on his shirt and like almost like he's trying to like straighten himself up, even though he's still like just black head to toe. He goes, "Now, if you'll excuse me."
I like wave him away.
Yeah, I'm looking at Josephine like, what do I do now? Like, do I smack him or just let him go?
Are you gonna let him kind of walk past you now?
Yeah.
He starts walking past you, and he kind of gets to the corner like of the next building, kind of like gives you a quick glance behind him, and then he just like takes off running.
I have a feeling he's gonna tell someone that Gavin said some shit, and I feel like Davin's gonna, have a bad day. But hey, whatever. We got a lead.
Yeah, the people here
Possibly.
seem to look out for each other. I don't know if he'd really say anything, but in any case, let's get heading that way.
Yeah.
So you start. We'll say. I think Josephine, you might know at least a little bit. So you guys kind of start making your way back towards kind of the square, the main area where you found the body. In the Ashfall zone, you're kind of at almost like an extreme kind of end, of the area. To the south is just mountains, and then kind of to the east and north is kind of the way back to the rest of the kind of little village area where you guys came from, where the train station is. And so kind of what the kid and what Dad was saying is, since they didn't see the horse go that way, they must have gone south or west. And if you're going that way, you're going through the mountains to kind of just leave the city completely. Eventually, you'd cross the mountains and hit the wall, but there's still some area out there. So you start making your way that direction. Are you just gonna head straight there?
Yep, we are just
I would
going straight
imagine.
there. I'm thinking about how I'd really like to go home at some point.
Okay. All right, so you make your way through.
That kid.
Yeah. You kind of got to duck your way through. Another couple alleys. Kind of get through. You kind of cross the square and go through. Around some buildings. Then the buildings kind of stop, and you can kind of see where the the mountain pass. Up ahead, you can kind of see the mountain range. Even though most everything is covered in ash, you kind of still see where the break, the mountains is, where the path would you would assume to be. So you start heading in that direction. It takes a while to kind of get out from the building areas. You're kind of just walking across kind of just rocky terrain, and then you start kind of gradually kind of going uphill. And you kind of see a gradual path kind of start to kind of form. It's still kind of covered in ash, but it's more depressed than the surrounding landscape. As you start following it, and then somewhere up ahead you hear "Help! Help!"
Question: is it the kid's voice?
It sounds high pitched, like perhaps a child.
Well, that's like an appropriate moment to start running.
I'm gonna laugh this kid. All right, let's go.
Okay, so you start
I'm all happy now. Let's go.
yeah, you start
You're
booking
mean.
it. You gotta kind of you turn like a corner, climb over some rocks, kind of get into view, and up ahead, further up the mountain pass to the point where right actually in some of the mountains, and there's rocky outcrops kind of coming off both sides. It almost kind of forms like a corridor. And there's some crude trees kind of growing here and there. Smack dab in the middle of the trail seems to be a child sitting on their rear end, screaming bloody murder. It is not the kid that you just spoke to a little while ago. This seems to be a young girl, even younger than the boy you saw. As you guys keep running, get a little bit closer, she appears to have stepped on something like a snare. Not quite like a bear trap, not anything that's savage, but there's some sort of animal trap just lashed around her ankle.
Jesus.
And she's just yelling.
Okay. I just run up to her. Does it
Right off.
look like something that can just be cut with a knife?
Roll me, yeah, at first glance, yeah, it's just like kind of like use some thick rope, and there are some metal
It's
bits to it,
alright.
but
Shush, yeah.
Hold on, guys. Give me.
Hmm?
Okay.
You good?
I think
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so whatever the kind of snare trap type thing, there are some mechanical metal bits to it, but it kind of seems like that part of the trap is kind of sprung, and it's mainly just kind of rope kind of tied around her ankle.
Okay.
you just cut it.
Yeah. I tell her to be still, and I'm gonna help her get out of this.
She kind of stops screaming, crying. She's just kind of breathing like, okay. Roll me perception checks, everyone. Right?
Would that be
no,
another,
detection, I guess. Sorry.
Another 2d6 plus 6.
No, that's not +6. I give you +2. You're a rookie.
+6.
I
Yeah,
can
it's,
try.
yeah, detection.
Oh, what?
What?
How'd you do?
Oh, that's why.
What'd you do? I'm not sure what kind of roll that is.
What?
I rolled a 0.
If it shows like a 1, 2, it's like all paled out. Yeah, I don't know what you did. Okay, so 6 to 9.
Divided 0 by 0.
Divide by 0.
Oh, you rolled 2, Josephine. All right, sorry, I missed it.
Yeah.
10. Okay, you kind of snap through the rope, and Josephine, as you kind of snap through it, you notice 2 things. The first you see with your eyes, you see the girl. She kind of, shuffles back from you a little bit when she's kind of free, and then she wipes away the tears and she smiles, like creepy doll smiles at you.
No.
And then
Uh,
back the way you came, you hear movement, and turning around, the 3 of you see 2 men kind of slide down the rocks to the path. They're both kind of carrying just kind of crude clubs. One guy's like, "Looky what we have here. Seems some cogs have come to pay the Ashfall zone a little visit."
Ruh-roh.
You ruh-roh, Raggy.
I just give the girl a look. I stand up. I turn to face them.
Like, I want to punch this kid. I'm gonna pull my sword or whatever the hell I have out. Get
Okay.
ready.
Okay. Ben, do you have any reaction?
Guys, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Yes.
And the other guy says, "You 3 sure made a mistake coming here today."
I made a mistake getting out of bed today.
Why the fuck did you want to be a guard?
And then you hear the little girls behind you say, "Yeah, we're gonna cook you good."
I turned to her and I said, "Did I ask
These
for
guys
smoking
hillbillies?
opinion? Shut the fuck up."
You look at her.
Oh my god! Yes, yes.
Here comes a full fury
Darby's
of
just all-
Josephine.
Super pumped now.
And one of the guys says, "Yeah, it seems you cogs don't like Wraithborn so much now, do you?"
I like turned to look at him and I said, "I didn't ask for your
It's like,
fucking
yes.
opinion." And so I'm like,
God damn.
can you sort of like limber up and like take my sword out?
God damn.
Oh, I'm ready. Darvish is just super pumped. Like, yeah, finally.
Screw it. Let's just get into combat.
Yeah.
Wait, guys, are we sure about this?
I'm as sure as
You
Josephine
better wear out of this.
is sure that they.
Let me quickly freehand draw maybe some boundaries to.
What spells did I give her again? Oh, wonderful.
So let me. Where you want? I'm not quite sure how initiative works, but I imagine it's gotta be the same thing, similar thing.
Yeah,
to-
we roll for it.
It's really hard playing
Oh,
characters who don't have any stats.
or any
I'm just rolling
personality.
mechanics. 25 initiative, I guess. What the hell? That seems really high.
2d6 plus. Use 2d6 plus 13 plus 6. Does that seem appropriate? I don't know.
I don't know where the +6 is coming from.
The plus. Or the plus 13. What's the plus 13 from? Do you add in your speed or something like that?
You have a base initiative
I
stat.
just clicked the initiative stat.
Hold on, let me roll mine and see what it does.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah,
it just.
so
Yeah, I guess it's
you
just.
have your base initiative, but it shouldn't be adding any extra +6. So 2d6 plus whatever your initiative is.
13.
Okay, so
Right.
just take the 6 out then. So
Right.
you roll the 19.
Fix his.
Why am I getting a +6 then?
I think you're mechanic. I'm gonna add you.
You fucked
actually
it up.
for real.
Because you fucked
I
something
didn't
up.
fuck it up. I clicked the button. I've done everything.
Do you
right.
have...
Well,
I don't
something
know.
you've added to your initiative is not working properly then.
You don't have anything, like any numbers below your initiative score?
My initiative says 13.
Anything below it?
Yeah. Well, now it says +1.
Well, it's 0 because that's shield stuff. I would imagine. Now it's +1.
Yeah. If you look at it, it says 13 + 1
What
now.
is being added? Do I have? It could be because of my.
Do you have racial
subclass?
bonuses? Do you have like racial and subclass?
Oh, I think it might be a racial or subclass bonus.
Oh, okay, that would make sense. Because you're a gobber, right? I guess
Yeah.
maybe gobbers have.
You can
Let's
look.
find out. I think
I
it
would
is.
say,
a racial.
Maybe they're
I
just
don't have
super
the-
quick.
Nope. Did I just grab the wrong book?
I mean, I'm just.
Yeah,
I guess I'll
yeah,
just keep the
hold on.
19 for him. That makes him last anyway. I looked at combat briefly, but that was like before we started this prologue.
Okay. Hold on a sec. I just have to find
That's-
my core book.
we're just rolling our character thing, huh? We're just
No, I
we're
felt like
just moving around.
I don't know. I feel like I gave some thought to it.
Just roll 2d6 or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'll just kind of give you some blanket. I'll probably base you off like a human something, a thug or a
'Cause I
human
think
watchman.
that's what you roll anyway. You just roll 2d6 plus what? Is it plus whatever? How is it plus like I don't remember. Whatever. Fuck
Well,
it.
your initiative is composed of your speed and your.
Whatever.
The initiative
okay,
roll,
yeah,
the initiative is much
That's
different
what
then.
it is. It's a preternatural awareness. This character's uncanny perception keeps him constantly aware of his surrounding. The character gains boosted initiative rolls.
Alright.
Yay!
That's fine, but I took it away because you're not Mick.
Yeah, that's completely fine. I was just still trying to figure out why I had the +6. So hey, there we go. So what? I got 19 then.
Yeah. Which makes you last anyway. So
That's fine. So I'm the guy with the sword pointing forward. This guy?
can't you see the names?
No, I
No.
see my name
No.
over here.
Oh, really?
I see our guys right here. Yeah, our
Yeah,
guys
I see
here.
Mick.
Yeah. I thought maybe. Let's see.
Nobody from these.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Names. I want everyone to see. There we go. That make Darvish pop up?
Oh, there we go, Darvish.
There we go.
There's my Darvish.
Yay! Yay!
I won't bother labeling anybody else, I guess. I'll label.
Asshole number 1, asshole number 2,
And
stupid bitch
child
number
who
3.
shalt be smacked. Pop that kid in the mouth. Backhand. Darvish is violent.
We noticed.
Darvish just has poor impulse control, I think.
Yeah.
That's fair.
All right, let me keep my thumb in the combat area. Let's see if we can't figure this out. This is going to be our learning moment.
It's gonna be awesome.
What's that?
I said it's gonna be awesome.
I think once we figure out the combat, it'll be a lot more options, a lot more tactical. Okay, anyway, this man 2, actually, they're all going first, which is appropriate. They kind of got the drop on you. It was a trap.
No!
It's a trap.
Hit her first, not me.
Is that what you say? You hear him say, "Cowards die first."
No.
And he cast he's gonna cast Arcane Strike at you.
Ooh,
Who?
he's got spells. Ooh,
Who,
my
me?
cop guy's gonna be killing him.
Yeah, these are quite apparently Wraithborn. Means they are magic users. So I gotta figure out how to roll this. I guess it's spells are. Man, I should have looked at this again. I had it all figured out for the first time we played. Now I've forgotten. Casting a spell. There we go. Oh, there you go. Magic roll. 2d6 plus Arcana. Easy enough, or whatever it is. Okay, so and I think that's just to see if it hits. So 2d6 plus, where is there? Oh, there it is, 4. This is gonna go against, I guess, Corporal Benjamin's.
Cowardice.
So would you hit the defense or armor first?
Oops.
Defense.
Defense? To see if it
Yeah,
hits.
because
and then
defense
armor
is
for
whether or
damage?
not you dodge, and armor is how much damage you take.
Oh, 13.
Alright.
I think I'm gonna have you be a. Yep, that's gonna hit you. I have stats for you. Your defense is gonna be 12. Your armor's gonna be
Oh my god, dude. My gobber has more defense than this cop.
14. Recruit. Yeah, I'm just gonna base them off Human Watchman. That seems appropriate. Okay, so then the damage is 2d6 plus whatever the power is, correct?
Yes.
For anything, because that's what we just decided. So it's gonna be 2d6. Okay, so here's the damage to get past your. It's 15. So you're gonna take 1 vitality damage. Oh, I did have health for you guys. 4 vitality points. That's what I gave you guys.
Oh.
Mike's gonna have to do all this.
Now, where is it? There we go.
Yeah, I was going to say I don't have anything to do, so I'm a hit him and shoot him.
So Benjamin,
That's
you take
nice.
some magic damage in the face. Man 1 is going to immediately hits the ground, starts crying. Man 1 is going to sling the same spell, but at Josephine. So this is to hit 12.
Yeah. 12, that would hit, I believe.
Okay.
Yep.
This is the damage.
Oh, hold on a second. You have to meet defense or exceed it?
Nah, you don't know about that.
Shit.
Why don't you know?
I don't know. It's been so long since I played.
know.
I think you just have to meet it though.
If it works like normal armor class, like in D&D, then yeah.
Yeah, but this isn't D&D. A lot of things.
I
are
know.
different.
A lot more complicated.
All right, magic. That's fine. This is how it's gonna go for a while until we figure out.
You better hope they need to exceed that because you're taking like I don't know how much damage.
You know, that was a
That's
nasty
all.
shot.
Yeah, that was. Well, yeah.
Okay, a character is directly hit if the
Plus
attack roll equals or exceeds his defense.
Okay, so I do take that hit.
Yes.
Jesus, yeah, that is gross because I have super low armor.
Do you? I hope you have a lot of vitality points then, or whatever,
Yeah.
like spiral points.
How many? Jesus, 19 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Did we just one shot Josephine? With it
I think you did.
with a near one. I mean, that's what it is. 8. It's the power.
Yeah, that's gotta be.
That can't. That's too OP.
Hold on, just for fun, I'm gonna roll one of my spells just to see how it's calculated.
Okay.
Uh,
I mean, keep in mind that that was a 5 and a 6 that I rolled.
yeah.
Yeah, because yours is 2d6 plus 10 for damage. That's the
Yeah.
power on bleed. Yeah, this was just 2d6 plus 8.
Yeah, no, I think that. Oh no, because it's minus my armor. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
Fuck. Okay, so that's 19. Okay, so I take 7. Can you roll column for me, please?
I rolled what? What are you saying to me?
You have to roll a 1d6.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
The critical table.
You know, not the critical table.
The
Just the way-
critical table. It tells me. Okay, so 5. 1.
It tells her which
Oh, right.
spiral to start
5,
on of the
6,
3.
7.
Do it. Don't die.
Okay, so my. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Crippled.
Hold on, I gotta check what this means.
She dead already.
Jesus. No, it's fine. My intellect is crippled. So basically it means I have -2 to defense and I can't upkeep spells.
Okay.
Which is okay. Okay.
Okay.
We're good now.
The child
The child's gonna attack too.
is going to just shoot. Oh, she's Wraithborn as well. This is the whole family of Wraithborn.
Are
They got an
gonna
axe to
tell me I
grind.
can stab a child with a sword?
But you can do whatever you want. That's your moral choice. What I'm telling you,
Oh man,
this
Darvish has no morals.
this little girl is shooting an arcane strike right up your poop hole, Darvish.
All Darvish knows is magic bad, so he's killing all
Oh, yeah.
magic users he sees.
And this is probably the first time you've seen any kind of like actual like combat magic or anything like that.
Yeah.
Oh, she's gonna miss you though.
Darvish is like, what? Yeah,
Yep.
Ted. Hey, you missed. Come
You
on,
feel like
come
this
at
blast
me.
of like magical heat just kind of just fly by your ear. Okay, Josephine. She missed, so she's gonna just back
Yeah.
up a little bit.
Oh man, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let me think for a second.
And the question is to unveil the magic or not to unveil the magic.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to figure out because I don't really have any spell descriptions. So I don't necessarily know what my spells look like when they're cast.
Oh, that's up to you then.
Yeah, so I'm almost wondering if, just for role-playing sake, I'd like to cast Bleed, but if we can, I'm wondering, I want to spend my turn making it look like I'm trying to talk them down, but like cast Bleed on one of them.
Okay. So you're gonna be miming like you're talking to them, but in actuality be casting a spell. I don't think bleed would be like an apparent. I don't think bleed's gonna be like an apparent thing. It's just gonna happen.
Huh?
So yeah, and I don't think
Fingers,
bleed's
yeah.
not gonna be like a big flashy thing. I think it would just
Yeah, that's
Start
what I
affecting
mean.
the
Like,
target.
I'm gonna talk to them like I'm trying to talk them down, but I'm gonna cast Bleed on one of them.
okay. Which one are you
I'm trying to be
targeting?
subtle about it so that
Right.
they don't know.
Yeah. You don't want.
So I
Yeah.
guess
You don't
I'm
want.
just gonna target. Who's the guy that hit me? Man two.
Man 1.
man one.
No.
And
Two. Man
I'm
one
gonna
hit
cast it on
Benjamin.
man two.
Okay. So roll it. 14 versus defense. That's probably got to hit. Defense. Yep, that hits. Damage 16 versus armor. Oh man, that is nasty.
Yeah.
That's
So
fair.
how
That's
many?
how many what?
Sorry. How many? So it hits and it did damage, right?
Oh, it did. Yeah, it did plenty of damage.
Okay. So when this spell damages a living character, the spellcaster regains D3 vitality points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll.
Oh yes,
my-
yes. This is a life steal.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I love life steal
like
spells
this.
above all other
Spooky.
spells. I really do.
So that is three.
That was a D3.
It
Right, but
was
that's
D3,
it's a
not
2.
D6.
Right, but that.
No, but when you roll
can
a
roll
D6,
D6.
1 and 2 are 1,
Oh,
3
right.
and
Right.
4,
There's no
and then
D3.
5 and 6.
Right, because if
there's
you're
no
playing this in
D3.
actual tabletop land, you couldn't roll a D3.
Yeah.
They don't exist. Yep.
Yeah, so I gain 3 vitality points back, and I get to choose how I allocate those.
Yeah, as
So,
opposed to your life, on your life spiral, you mean?
That's
My,
dirty.
yeah, on my spiral. So my intellect is no longer crippled, guys.
Beautiful.
That's good.
That's
It's-
fucking dirty. I just want to say that right
I
now.
love it.
That's
I
disgusting.
love this so
I love
much.
it.
It's amazing. It is such a good spell.
So,
Just spam bleeding, you're good.
Josephine just starts like saying like, "Whoa!" Like holding up her hands, maybe like waving like, "Hey, let's maybe talk about it. Let's not start slinging spells around. This is nuts." And then suddenly you see Man 2, like he's just angry. He just slung a spell. He's getting ready to cast it. And then suddenly he kind of stops. He starts shaking a little bit. And the other guy like looks at him and says, what's going on? Get her. And he just kind of like shakes, drops to his knees, and you just see blood start coming from like his eyes, from his ears, from his nose, from his mouth, just profusely, and then he just face plants
God.
into the ash.
Oh my god, did I kill him?
Oh, you smoked him.
Oh my god, yes.
And you feel a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
Do you want to do
I
anything
have
else?
a really nasty smile at man number 1.
Oh yeah. Roll me intimidation. With
Advantage.
no. Well, I mean I could give you a boost, but
Arcane.
I was
Arcane.
thinking like arcane at arcane, because I think
Okay.
your two dummies behind you, they probably may not know what's going on. That was pretty subtle.
Oh, I know.
but-
Jarvis is like, that's what you do in magic. You die.
Yeah, that's probably what
Oh.
they think. It like backfired, but I think probably the man probably
Yep,
knows maybe
I
what's going on.
knows happened.
Okay.
I'm not very intimidating this time, though.
No, but he's gonna kind of stay and fight. Yeah, I mean you're intimidating, sure, you're intimidating as hell, but his inner
Maybe the
motivation,
rest of the fight
his
now,
motivation
someone
is just a little bit stronger. He's fighting for something. So the man too just eats it. Were you doing anything else?
No.
Corporal Benjamin.
God.
I have
Yeah,
stats
this
for
is
you.
not going to be what
You
as
have
bad
you
as
have
what
your
Jarvis
you have a
is about
sword
to do.
and you can move around, do whatever you want. You just took a
Sword.
magical strike to the chest.
So what do I have for equipment? I have a gun or just a sword.
You have a sword and a pistol.
Okay. It's the dumb.
What's
this guy doesn't want to be here. This is horrible. This is the worst day.
I know.
Gonna run away.
But they're gonna kill me. I have to. How far can I go? What's my speed? Can I make them?
6. Yeah,
it.
6. 6 blocks.
I can't move them. So can you move them up?
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I mean, probably could have figured that out, but here.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. You gonna hit him with your sword?
Yep.
All right. This is what I trained for.
Screaming at crying, tears
Just like
in his
just
eyes.
shards. Like, ah!
Okay. So sword attacks. Now in the my little stat blocks here. I got a POW and I got a P plus S. One's gonna be power. Okay,
Plus
P,
S
3 is a power.
is to hit.
Okay, that's what I thought. I just kind of figured that out in my head. All right, so he's 2d6 plus 8 to hit. 15, you hit him, and you're gonna do just 2d6 plus the power, which is only 3. 12. Okay, you do. Yeah, you do a little. Yeah, they don't have much armor. They're just kind of wearing plain clothes. You can't get this stupid stats to show up. Yeah, you hit him a little bit. You kind of nick him in the shoulder, and he kind of snarls at you. You're gonna pay for that. Darvish.
Oh, he gives this child the death glare.
Okay.
And he's got his pistol in his left hand and his sword in his right hand, and just
And what?
all magic must die.
Yeah. So what are you doing?
He charges her. He goes to stab her. Just
Okay.
goes to stab her in the stomach or some shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this is too much. Okay. You said it, and it is done. You hit. Damage. Oh, 10.
Yeah.
Nope, you hit her. You don't damage her. You stab real good, but you caught, like, maybe she moves out just in time. You kind of just like stab through something like her shirt. She kind of like stumbles and kind of falls. She might be a little bit shaken, but she's probably still gonna try to roast you.
Oh, I don't care. Magic. It's
Man,
not good.
Yeah, man one's just gonna try to club you to death, Benjamin, since you're up in his grill. Stats on his stick are not very good though. So to hit 11, that's not gonna hit you, I don't think. Nope. Clang off your armor. Child is, I don't know what the penalty is for point blank magic. I know some spells have a penalty, but
Yeah, I don't think there is.
maybe it's just for ranged. Yeah, maybe it was. Yeah, maybe that's what I was thinking. I'll look it up some other time. Yeah, she's gonna magic you in the face, Darvish.
Oh,
So that was plus
bring it.
arcane. So this is to hit, I guess. 12
It
meets.
meets.
And damage. This is where the big damage comes in. 17 minus your armor. That's 3. You're down to 1 vitality point. Oops.
Oh.
I'm gonna kill this child.
And she just bright. She like holds up her hands like she's kind of like falling back from you, and then just this bright. All you see is a bright flash, and then like everything hurts. Like parts of your shirt are like on fire when you can see again. Josephine.
Okay. So I'm guessing Darvish kind of looks even more like he needs help than Ben over there.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah. Now that like Ben's got like in this guy's face, they're just kind of like hand to hand, shoving and pushing and trying to strike each other. Yeah, Darvish like ran at the girl, like missed her pretty much, and then just bright flash, and now he's on fire.
I'm gonna target this at her then.
Okay. Okay. It's 11 versus defense. No bueno.
That's okay.
Yep. That damage is nasty. Damage is nasty. Attack was not so good. Close, but no cigar. She's too short. You want to do anything else?
She's too short to be hit magic.
No. I'm good.
Okay. And I think we decided. Didn't we decide that you could? Do we ever decide on double casting magic? For quick actions? I totally forgot about that.
I don't think we did. I don't think so, because I think it negates the whole point of having the
Oh, is that what it was?
the archetype perk that allows you to double cast in the first place.
Well, I
fine.
think magic already is overpowered enough, so I think you should have that
Yeah, that's fine.
class
Yeah.
bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need the perk to double cast.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. Fine by me. I
But
just wanted an answer.
Because I don't want to get hit with this flash or blade twice in a row.
Yeah.
But I feel like
Actually, I am gonna run over to
so you
Darvish.
could still do some stuff. I think because that was just all you've done so far is a quick action. Essentially.
Yeah, so I can still walk forward and attack her then,
Right.
which I'm going to do then.
Okay. So yeah, just using your
You know,
good old
supporting my
weapons.
over there. Assuming I can hit anything, which
Sure.
is good times. Trying to figure that out.
I believe in you.
Sorry?
I believe in you.
Thank you. I'm doing my best. All right, let's
You
see
should
if
believe
I
in yourself
calculated
more,
this right.
Benjamin.
I'm not the one getting like face fucked.
Hey, there we go.
Attacks with a sword. Oh, I like that. Okay, 15 versus defense, that hits. Damage 15 versus armor. Yeah, you totally just smote a child. You kind of, you just like you don't even like you don't have to hit her that hard. Like she's just a kid. She kind of like falls down, and she's a kid, so we're not gonna describe it too much.
Maybe I like stuck her on the head with like the hilt of my blade. Like she's a kid, so maybe I'm not like trying to kill
Okay,
her the
I
same
like
way
that.
I was with the other guy. Maybe
Yeah, so
I
it's
feel a
just
little bad. Like she's
Boom, blunt force
Thanks.
trauma. Okay,
so much better.
Dies from brain damage.
yeah, Benjamin.
All right.
Keep
just
swinging.
my sword. Yep.
This
Nothing better to do.
sword was +8. That's a hit. Damage is only +3. 11 to the armor. No damage.
Damn.
Darvish, your lieutenant just came up and
Okay.
saved your life from the child who was just straight up murdering you.
I'm gonna thank them because magic is. Ooh, I don't want to get touching that. I'm gonna run as a little closer to Benjamin and Man One and just try and shoot him with my gun.
Okay, so you're gonna try to close the
Little
gap a
pew
little
pew.
bit. So maybe you kind of
Yeah.
run up. Well, say maybe you kind of slide over here to get a line of sight.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Pistol. I don't have the same kind of stat block for the pistol. I have range and I have power. So that's just, I guess it's just 2d6 plus poise? I don't have that either.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a poise stat though. In the stat block. Yeah, speed, strength.
Isn't
Oh,
isn't melee-
okay, I got it. Hold on. Never mind, I got it. RIT, ranged attack. +5.
isn't melee power plus strength?
Right, yes, that's what it is. And that was already calculated in the little stat block I have. But it didn't already give me those figures for pistol, so I guess I gotta do it manually. So it's just 5. So he's gonna roll a 2d6 plus 5 to hit. Nope.
Nope.
Almost hit Benjamin.
No.
Yeah, like a musket ball like pings off the tip of your sword. Man,
Got it,
one.
Benjamin. Keep going.
Man one, yeah, he sees his buddy get cut down, whoever he was, the girl get cut down, whoever she was. Now he's gonna magic you in the face.
Oh, crap.
4, 12, 12 meets, 12 meets. So here comes the pain. You're already hurt.
Oh no.
13 over armor. No, the armor. He gets off a good shot, but hits you like just right in the breastplate. And you made sure to put on your full armor this morning, luckily, because it literally just saved your life.
Josephine yelled.
Yeah.
But now that
You're
I
fucking
know
not-
that magic is a quick action, he's going to also swing his stick at you. Just going to be +6 to hit. It's a hit. +3 damage. Oof. Never mind. Bang, clang
This
again.
guy hit nothing.
No. He's like hitting you, but he's just like
Benjamin
you're.
is a tank
Yeah.
without being a tank.
Okay, Josephine.
I just imagine Benjamin flying all over the place because he's so scared and he's just missing because he's just freaking out so
Yeah,
much.
there's like wild strikes. There's like just magic blasts like going off to the side, and
Yeah.
14's gonna hit.
Oh,
22.
Oh, what the hell is that?
Wow,
Oh.
that is a crit. That's 6 plus 12.
Oh.
Benjamin,
explodes
Benjamin, so
into a
like
pile
this
of gore
is
and blood.
yeah, this is what happens. Benjamin, you're swinging at him, not doing a whole lot to him. You're missing. It's getting frantic. He shoots off an arcane blast, hits you in the shoulder, and it misses, or not misses, but you kind of absorb it. Like and they hit you with his stick. It clings off your breastplate again for no damage, and then suddenly he starts just like seizing, standing up, and blood starts pouring from every pore on this guy's poor little body, and then he just tips over backwards. And he's just a sheet of red. Thump.
I guess overuse of magic causes death.
What the hell was that?
I think he used magic too much.
Yep, must have just been pushing himself too hard. Like the other guy.
Lieutenant, can we go home now?
That's what they deserve.
I mean, we're still trying to solve a murder, guys.
Oh, we forgot to ask them if... Okay.
Somehow I don't think we would have gotten the chance to ask them anything. But, nice thought.
Well... Where's that horse?
I sort of shrug and I'm like, well, I guess we can just kind of continue along this path.
Well, hey, we might.
I like that. Josephine just like
we just took
mercilessly cuts down 3 people, and then just kind of looks around, looks at the body, and just shrugs and says, "All right, let's keep going."
All right. Well, I think we're due for a promotion.
I want to sleep in my own bed tonight. So we got to get a move on.
Yeah, and I imagine the other 2 are just like literally like shaking, visibly shaking, and like staring like body to body, and like Darvish is pretty kind of beat up himself, and he's trying to like make sure he's like patting his limbs, make sure everything's still there, and you're just like, let's go, guys. So you
Are we
continue.
gonna get a promotion? Because we just killed 3 magic people. That's like the main job for us.
Sure.
Yes.
We'll put it in the report.
There you go.
If we're lucky, you just get to go do this again at some point.
All right, Benjamin, how you holding up?
Yeah.
I think I peed a little.
It's okay, Benjamin.
I think my chainmail pants are gonna rust now.
Oh no. I
So
do
you guys,
take a minute to go up to both of them though, kind of like clap a hand on the shoulder and be like, you know what, you did good.
attaboy.
You didn't freeze up. You know, good work.
And really, Josephine's thinking, at least you distracted them long enough for me to start whipping some magic around without
Yeah.
anybody seeing me. Decoys. And good thing you didn't see me, so I don't have to kill you too. Now let's keep going. So
Pretty
you
much. Yeah.
continue
Give myself
along.
like a little mental pat on the back, like, yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I prefer solo jobs, but like, good for me this time.
Yep. And you feel like a little bit more enlivened, you get a little bit of energy in you. From also being able to use your magic in such just a nasty, devastating way, but also like just taking like life force from somebody else. So you guys continue up the path. I imagine the other 2 a little bit slow, a little shaken, kind of stumbling behind. Josephine probably takes the lead. She looks like she's feeling like $1,000,000 now. Yeah. Like, all right, let's go. A few minutes walk up the path. I mean, there's no like turns to navigate. I mean, it's just, you kind of walk wherever this path takes you. That's kind of your only option. After a couple of minutes walk, you're up pretty high, and up ahead, tied to a tree, you see a brown and white horse.
Oh my god.
We found something.
Yes. I fist pump. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Is there anyone around the horse?
Make me detections. Everyone make me detections.
What the fuck we call it?
/
Yep.
RD6.
Yep. Yeah, or 2d6 plus 2s for the dummies.
I can't see. I am looking at a horse. I'm more astounded that we found a horse.
Yeah.
You're like, wait, the horse is real?
It's real?
Yep. Josephine, you don't see anybody nearby. The horse seems to have been tied up there for a while. He's got some ash kind of building up on it, the top of his head and his back. But you do see nearby, in the rocky outcrop, what looks like the entrance to a cave or some kind of fissure opening. And there is some ash disturbance kind of around that, between that and the horse. And you don't see anybody or hear anything.
Okay. Well, I am curious about who took the fucking horse, so I'm gonna sneak over to that cave.
Okay. Are you actually sneaking?
Walking carefully.
Well, I'm just saying, do you want to roll sneak, or you just is that just for was that flavor text, or are you actually sneaking?
Oh, yeah, whatever. Let's actually sneak.
Okay.
Am
They
I
could be
coming
in
too?
there.
Or am I staying at the horse? Like,
Yeah, sneaky.
I am so sneaky.
What are the other two knuckleheads doing?
I kind of make a motion to them to like wait a second as I go investigate.
Okay.
okay,
guys-
I'll just keep the horse.
Do you guys listen?
company. keep the horse company and keep Benjamin relaxed.
Benjamin, yeah, Benjamin's starting to, like,
Yeah.
he's on the verge of a panic attack. Like, he's starting to breathe a little heavy. And what?
Hyperventilating. It's all right, Benjamin. Look, found the horse. Everything's
Yeah,
gonna
the horse
be
is kind of
okay.
the horse kind of neighs and kind of nudges you a little bit, maybe looking for something to eat. Seems to be a friendly horse, used to people.
Horse. Look at the horse. He's so nice.
Josephine, you slip silently. It helps that everything's kind of coated in ash. You don't have to worry about any of your metal equipment like clinging off the rocks that would normally be uncovered. You slide up to the cave entrance and you kind of peer inside. You can't see terribly far, and it takes you a few moments for your eyes to kind of adjust. You kind of got to stick your head like in the darkness and maybe close your eyes for a minute. And in the back, maybe not more than 20 or 30 feet into this kind of, I say cave, but it's not really like an actual cave. It's kind of just big crack in the rock, and then sort of a a kind of carved out room. And at the back wall, 20 or 30 feet away from the entrance, you see a figure crouching. As far as you can tell, just a shadow. You can see little bits of movement, so you know that it's something. But beyond that, you don't know.
Okay. I turn towards the Ben and Darvish. Are they looking
Ben
at
and
me?
Darvish.
They are petting the horse.
I was gonna say I'd probably keep an eye on you to see if anything happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wait until one of them catches my eye, and then I kind of
Okay.
make a beckoning motion.
To join you.
It's me.
Okay.
Like, I see maybe we have some really basic hand signs in the
Yeah,
cog,
that's fine.
So I, like,
Yeah,
indicate
yeah,
there's
that's fine.
one
Just like
person.
come here.
No, you absolutely do. I was just trying to make sure whether you're trying to tell them to stay or like get out of here or like come here.
No, I'm gesturing to like that there's one person in there, and I'm making like
okay.
a motion like we're gonna go in.
Gotcha.
And maybe I make a motion for light or something.
Okay. I gotcha.
I can't see.
I don't know what would you guys have for lights? Do you not have any kind of light device, Josephine, in your inventory?
I don't know if I would.
A lamp or a torch or...
Yeah, I don't think I would have. I didn't buy anything like that,
Okay.
and I don't have a light spell or anything. But I'm wondering. I mean, some sort of light or something you think would be like a standard item for us to carry for as a. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just...
Did Benjamin bring his nightlight?
Because I mean, your options of like light source that you would bring along as a soldier would be, like a basic torch, or then maybe some kind of oil lamp or something like that. But they're kind of like something large, and like I feel like you wouldn't bring that unless you knew you needed it, because I can just carry around a lamp or a
that's
torch.
True. If we don't have anything like that, then we'll just go in.
Yeah, unless you have something specific in your inventory already, Josephine. Those other two
No,
guys, they rush around in the morning. You're lucky they got their pants on.
Yeah, never mind.
And the breathing masks
gonna
and-
go.
Okay.
Does it look like it's light enough that we might be able to like have our eyes adjust and be able to see?
Yeah, maybe once you got inside. Yeah, there's
Okay.
enough
Like,
kind
the
of light
person
coming
who-
inside.
The person who's in there doesn't have like their own source of light or anything.
No.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. We'll just go in then.
Okay. Are you the two of you as you approach? Are you trying to be sneaky like she was, or are you just clanging up to the door? And then are you guys all
I'll
gonna
try to be
just
quiet.
charge in? What's the approach?
Just sprint into the cave. Let's go. No.
God damn it, you guys.
Meekly follow behind.
That's
It's
fine.
like,
I'm gonna be at least a little
hold,
quiet, 'cause
hold the sword. Just be like,
holding it with two hands, like.
Alright, so you guys get up to the cave entrance. So what's the approach on entering?
Josephine? Like, you're the one that brought us.
I'm just gonna enter. Like, I'm gonna try to enter quiet. I'm gonna try to continue, like, kind of like sneaking in.
You think we should knock?
Well, this person in theory stole this horse. You know?
True.
Um,
Gotta apprehend them anyway.
yeah, I want to wait till I actually get into the cave and have my eyes adjust a little bit. And if they haven't noticed me, then I will call out to them.
Okay. You take a couple steps in, three of you. Josephine, you take the lead, I'll assume. The other two kind of quick shuffle in behind you. Benjamin's got his sword out just in front of him, like it's a flashlight or something. Yeah, and your eyes, you takes a few moments, but your eyes kind of adjust. It's still very dimly lit. You still can't see much more than the silhouette of what looks to be a, at best you can tell an adult humanoid. That's about all you can tell. You kind of just get the outline. You kind of see their shape and their size. That's about it. They seem to be facing away from you. They seem to be crouching. They have their hands up on like top of their head. You hear some kind of mumbling, like maybe they're talking to themselves. Or just making noises. It's hard to say. Certainly not any words that you can make out. And as you kind of stand there, they don't react to you.
Okay.
This isn't creepy at all.
Can I make a perception check or a detection check to see if I can kind of like see what they're doing?
Okay, make me a detection. Oh, 13. No, like I said, their hands seem to be kind of. You look a bit closer. This person seems to be. You would guess either a female or a man with long hair, because you see some long hair. And they're just kind of just like tugging on it, like they're nervous or anxious, and they're just kind of like rocking back in this crouched position, mumbling to themselves.
Okay, gonna get a little closer.
Okay.
Not too close, just.
Not within
Not
reach.
close enough they could probably like make a lunge at me or anything,
Gotcha.
but maybe like 10 feet away and just be like, hey, are you okay?
The person immediately jumps up, spins around. You can see that it is a human woman, or something approaching human, maybe elf. You're not quite sure, but certainly not dwarf or anything crazy. Something close to human. Long hair, it's kind of just a mess. She's wearing just like, you're not even sure, like some kind of just rags, like just hanging off and barely covering her. She's kind of smudged up. You really can only see like the kind of the whites of her eyes. And she just looks at you and she says, "Who am I?" And she just screams that at you.
All right then. Look at her.
I'm uncomfortable.
You want to go home?
You two, Knuckle, has to make me your detection rolls. 2d6 plus 2s. Actually, Josephine, you can too.
Okay.
Can I roll something good for once?
No.
Oof.
You can roll
we
3
have
and a
so
2
many
and a
combos
1 and a
with
3.
that.
That's 7.
We're NPCs. We can't roll nothing good. We can't do nothing.
Okay, yeah, so you guys don't really,
We're not real
it's so hard to see anything. Like, there's, you can tell that you kind of walk through ash. There's ash, like, in here, too. So, I mean, everything's just kind of dark, grays, and blacks. Hard to make out anything. You can't really see the edges of the wall. You really just kind of see the outline of this woman, like their bright eyes. The only thing I will add is, Josephine, you start to feel, some sort of, I'll describe it as like an energy in the air. Almost like there's almost little sparks of like maybe static electricity. You just kind of your hair's kind of just stand on edge. Like it's very subtle. But something almost maybe like that feeling in the air like right before like a nasty thunderstorm. You get that electricity just starts building up.
Okay.
And this woman, after she like screams at you, she takes a step closer to you, and she just like has her hands like held out, and she just repeats it again. A little bit softer, but still like, "Who am I?"
I just sort of start talking to her, but like really gentle. Like, I don't know, like we haven't met before. Like, are you lost? Are you hurt? Have you been here for a while? Like, just really like kind of calming, but like trying to get her to like focus a little bit.
She stops like screaming, and she just kind of like starts like almost like touching and like pulling like at her face a little bit.
Oh.
She just keeps saying like now she's talking soft, but she's just, who am I? Who am I?
Lieutenant, what should we do?
Sorry, Mike, were you going to say
She's
something?
insane.
Yeah, Benjamin and Darvish, you're behind. Did you keep going in as Josephine was, like, kind of matching her stride for stride? Are you still kind of back, like right in front of the entrance?
I'd be a little more closer to the entrance.
Yeah.
So you guys are kind of in this cave, if that's what it is, but you're not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Uh.
Well, all three of you really would notice this. It starts getting a little bit darker, like in the cave. Benjamin and Darvish, I keep forgetting your name. At least one of you would have maybe like, glanced around like, is a storm coming in? Is the sun going down? What's going on? It's getting hard to see. A couple of feet away from you is this narrow crack in the wall, and you see starting from the ground, just like the ash is starting to swirl. And it's swirling and kind of coming up a little bit and starting to slowly kind of just fill the entrance. And Josephine, you feel this kind of
guys, I
electrical
think we
kind
should
of
get out of here.
charge, like kind of pick up a little bit. Almost get like little tiny mini shocks. If someone like rubbed their feet on the carpet and touched you, it kind of feels like that, just here and there. And this woman, she takes another step, just walking slowly towards you, not threateningly, just kind of slowly, kind of shuffling towards you, Josephine.
Okay. I kind of like beckon her. I'm like, why don't you come outside with us and like get some fresh air? I don't want to be in the room with her anymore with whatever's happening. I'd rather be like out where there's more space.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm backing up, but like gesturing her to come forward and like, let's go outside and like sit down and.
I want to call from the near the front entrance and say like, I think a storm's coming in.
Okay. Benjamin just whimpers. Does that change anything for you, Josephine? I mean, you noticed it was getting darker, and Darvish calls.
Yeah, I feel like I probably would recognize that clearly there's something magical happening.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not something I would recognize.
No.
It's nothing to do with my own magic, so my only thought is if something happens, I don't want to be buried under this mountain.
Sure. No one would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like to avoid that.
So is this now are you still trying to be calm and like, okay, let's everyone just slowly walk out? Or is it like, everyone out now?
Well, they're still pretty near the entrance. Like, how far out am I?
You're 10 feet from the entrance. They're standing like right next to it.
Yeah. I'm like gesturing behind my back for them to like move. And I'm just keeping the same pace. I'm not going to start moving quicker all of a sudden, but I'm definitely like doing my best to get out of there as fast as I can without like,
Okay.
literally turning and running.
Gotcha. So the two of you,
All
do you
right.
listen to her gesture, her secret gestures? Just try to book it.
Yeah.
Both of you roll me. Well, you don't really have stats, so I'll just tell you. Do me 2d6 plus 2s.
Oh God, I'm gonna roll a very good number.
We've never rolled anything good from this.
No, you have. You rolled like 1s and 2s, and maybe a 3. Oh, double 2s.
I do enjoy that you. Oh man.
I want to recount.
Almost did 2d8.
Probably won't help you.
Nope.
For anyone, yeah, you rolled the same thing.
Rolled
A
the
2,
same thing, though.
yeah, 2, 2, 3, 1.
This is rigged.
Yeah, you turn towards the entrance, and like I said, like almost like this. It's not really like a funnel cloud, but kind of like this ash is getting disturbed and it's starting to kind of fill up the entrance. So you just start charging through it. Both of you, I mean, it's wide enough for you, not really side by side, but close to it. So maybe one like right behind the other. And as you kind of step out from the cave, you both feel something wrap around your ankles, and you both just pitch forward and just face plant, right in the ash, just thunk, and you start feeling something like, it doesn't really feel like a hand, maybe something more akin to like a rope or like a tentacle, like something, just pressure like on your ankles starts kind of climbing up it.
I'm going to kind of turn to Darvish, and if I can see
You're
it,
Darvish.
or not Darvish, yeah, that's right. I'm going to look at myself through a mirror that I always have because I'm beautiful. I'm going to turn to Benjamin, and if I can see what's wrapped around his leg, I'm going to try and cut it off.
Roll me a detection. So yeah, roll me 2d6 plus 2.
So Benjamin, I'm sorry. I might chop your leg off. There's a good chance I'm going to do something wrong.
This is just to see if you could figure out what's going on. Oh, look at that, a good roll, a 5 and a 6 for a 13.
Finally.
You see it's ash. This ash is moving and twisting. It's kind of formed. It's not solid, but it's ash just kind of creeping around your guys' legs. Now you start feeling it kind of a little bit of pressure like at your back. It starts like just climbing over you. Josephine, you're moving for the door, slowly. This woman, she's shuffling after you. You see your two corporals try to run out the door, immediately just fall on their faces. Darvish, maybe you're like it's the ash, it's eating us, it's grabbing us. I don't know what you're yelling, something
Like ash is, grabbing us or something magical.
Yeah.
So they're like they're like in the laying down just outside the entrance.
Yeah. Okay. I continue moving towards them. After turning to look at the what's grabbing them. I turn to her and I say, "Are you doing that? Are you doing that?"
She just looks at me and she says, "Who am I? Who am I?"
Oh, Jesus.
She's like, her head twitches a little bit. She's still like following
She's like,
after you.
Is she saying anything else? Can she say anything else?
Well, you don't know if she can. You just met her, but that's all she's saying so far. She has not said anything else.
Okay. Still moving towards the door.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay, you got to the door.
Yeah, just moving right out. Still just kind of talking to her. And jeez.
Okay. So are you kind of stepping past them, or are you standing right next to your fallen soldiers?
I'll be right next to them. I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go away from them, but I'm like.
That's fine. So you guys are just just outside, a couple of feet outside this cave. So you're kind of out in the light a little bit more now. And out here, you didn't feel like there's any kind of storm or anything brewing. Nothing crazy. It's still it's evening at this point, so maybe it's getting a little bit darker. But she walks out of the cave, behind. She kind of like shields her eyes like against the sun, like it hurts her. Then she kind of looks and she seems to take notice of Benjamin and Darvish. And you guys start to feel like this ash is creeping around, like it's grabbed your wrists and starting to grab at your arms at this point. And you guys are just kind of like on your side, maybe a little bit on your back, just kind of in an awkward spot. And the woman, she walks up to you, Benjamin, and she kind of just slowly, without saying anything, just kind of kneels, in the ash next to you. Well, she's between two of you. You guys are right next to each other. And she, kind of leans over your face and is looking down at you, and she cocks her head to the side. And she takes she reaches out her hand, and her hands are just all covered in ash. And like with her finger on your forehead, she starts like she's drawing something on your forehead. She'll draw like a line, and then she reaches back and like in the ash and gets it ashy again, and goes back to continue whatever she's doing.
Jesus. Okay. I kneel down next to her.
Okay.
Like kind of like across the other side.
Mhm.
And I kind of like try to like grab her hand really gently
Okay. No,
that
I
she's
gotcha.
using to draw. I'm like, hey, like, what are you drawing?
As you kind of gently grab her wrist, her other hand, she grabs your wrist like quickly, like a snake, just snags your wrist, and she just looks at you intently, and then she
Yeah.
kind of like looks
Not
down
not
at
her
like
wrist,
Benjamin
like
again.
her actual hand.
Yeah, gotcha. But I mean, she's grabbed your wrist with her other hand.
Yeah. And I'm just like talking to him like, is this your magic? Like, do you have trouble controlling it sometimes?
So she kind of twitches and says, "No magic.
No?
Magic's gone."
What are you doing with the ash?
Then she nods, and says, "Yes, only ash. No magic." And she's like,
I don't like this.
you can see her like, yeah, like trying to like continue what she's doing as you're like kind of holding her.
Yeah. Jeez. I try to like subtly use the bottom of my arm to kind of like brush whatever design she was drawing off of his face.
Okay.
And just like, well, do you think you can let them go so they can stand up?
You successfully kind of just give his forehead a quick clean, quick brush. And she kind of like twitches again, looks at you, and we must know.
Must know what?
Who am I?
That what does that have to do with them?
She looks at the end and just says, the ash knows, we must know."
Oh boy. I changed the tack entirely. I'm like, that's a nice horse there. Where did that horse come from?
She looks up and looks confused. Doesn't answer.
God damn it.
I just realized she murdered him. She murdered the guy. He was like ash in his mouth. She killed him. Kill her, quick! Help me!
Yeah.
I love that finally Darvish snaps out and says, "Wait a minute! I've solved it!
Wait!
This isn't a horse thief!"
My gosh. Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
I give him this look like, oh my god, shut up.
She like looks
Just
like,
react in any way to his proclamation.
yeah, she looks at Darvish and she acts like are you still holding her?
I don't know, that depends. Did she like let them go at all? Did she try to stand up?
She hasn't changed anything, no.
Okay. In that case, yes, I would still be holding
Okay.
our hands in that awkward.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, kind of. It's awkward. Yeah, everyone's holding each other's wrists, and she starts to
Yeah.
like, she's looking like she's trying to like shuffle or turn and like reach towards Darvish. And so kind of holding her.
Yeah.
The guy who was killed, what was his name?
Boris.
Boris.
Boris, alright.
Just okay. You just wanted to know. She looks at.
Oh yeah, just for later, just in case.
The woman looks at you, Josephine, and she kind of cocks her head like she's thinking for a moment, and she says, I must. No harm. I must.
You must what?
I must know.
Must know what?
Who am I?
And what do you need to do to find that out?
I must. Let me show you.
Oh, jeez.
I don't let her go yet. I'm like, tell me what you want to do first, and then I'll let you explain to me first what you're going to do.
You must draw the symbol.
Can you show me on the ground?
Roll me a I wish it was just like a persuasion, because it's not negotiation. You're not intimidating her.
Yeah.
You're not seducing her. Like, those are the 3 social skills. Like, where's just sweet talking?
Yeah.
I feel like we're missing a very important social skill.
Yeah.
Command?
Yeah.
Command, maybe? That's a skill.
Yeah.
I don't know if that has to do with something else.
Okay. Well, command is usually for commanding people.
What's
Like
oratory?
people who are. Hold on, let me.
Oratory. Public speaking, spurring a crowd to action. She's not a crowd. Not seduction, not really negotiation. It could be interrogation. I mean,
Yeah,
I
that's
mean, you're
about
trying to get
the best I'm
information from her. You're not really offering anything.
Mhm.
Non-intimidating or violent interrogation.
Well, I wonder if it would be more. Hold on.
She's sweet talking her with kindness. It's seduction.
Yeah, well, it's more negotiation because I am trying to get her
Okay.
to do something. So character with negotiation, might also use it to like talk his way out of a fight or something.
Okay, that's fine.
So it's like
Yeah, and I think from now we'll just.
might not necessarily want to do.
Yeah, I kind of got it in my head that to be negotiated meant you're exchanging something for something, something else. But I guess we'll just kind of use negotiation as our new persuasion as well. So yeah, go ahead and roll me a negotiation. 14. She looks to you and she just nods. Show you. You let her go?
Yes, but I do watch very carefully because I want to make sure she's not going to touch either of them.
Okay. She like rubs her wrists, and she kind of like looks around herself, and she scooches back a little bit, and she starts like trying to rub free some kind of like a spot on the ground. And then she starts like kind of with her finger, just kind of well, it was like you would kind of like it's sand basically, like drawing a picture in the sand, like just with her finger.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a couple of moments, and she draws this. She draws that with almost impeccable precision, as much as one can with a finger in ash.
Yeah.
And when she finishes with that last little kind of dash on the side. And Josephine, you feel like the pressure, like in the air, kind of shift, kind of abruptly, and the symbol kind of you kind of see like little arcs of like almost like that static electricity I was talking about before, kind of arc across the gaps in the grooves, and then the ash just kind of flattens itself and the symbol's gone.
Okay.
She looks up at you and says, I showed you.
Oh geez, okay. I want to like raise up my finger and like say, "Can I try?" I want to see how she reacts.
Why would you try?
Me? Are you asking me that out of character?
No, that's what she's asking you.
Oh. Because I like to know things too.
She thinks another moment. She kind of thinks and then says, and points to Darvish and says, "Okay, try." Points at him.
Violently shaking my head. No, I will stab you.
And she kind of like,
No.
are you saying that out loud?
No,
Okay.
no.
Did we
It's
see
just
this
a look.
anywhere on the body?
No.
I don't think so.
No? Okay. And I asked him, like, why can't I try in the dirt like you did?
Why? And she kind of like passes and says, nothing here. She says, I know what this is. She passed the ground again.
Oh, jeez.
But then she says, but we must know. And she points to Darvish, and then she points to Benjamin, and then she points to you, Josephine.
Ugh.
That's your. Ew.
Oh man, I don't really want to just like indiscriminately kill people. No, that's not
I
really
gotcha.
her style. If you attack her first, she'll kill you. But you know,
If Darvish was up, he would have stabbed her a long time ago.
No, you're still being actively restrained.
I know,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
I'm really trying to
Can I
talk
try
about
and-
this, guys.
Can I try and contest my way out, flex through this ash?
Sure.
Somehow
Only
try and
2d6
get
plus
out.
2.
Oh my god.
The woman looks up at you, Josephine, as you guys are kind of just trying to wrestle with what to do. And she
Yeah.
just says again, like, we must know. You help
And-
or not help.
Have you tried to? How do I phrase this? I want to ask her, Boris. I'm like, have you tried to know with anyone else in the town?
She kind of twitches and says, I still don't know. Who am
But
I?
did you ask someone? Did you try? And I mime like sketching the thing.
She looks at you sketching, she nods yes and says, he didn't know.
And then I look at her and I said, did you know that he died?
She says, everything is dead. No magic. No life. Just ash. And she pets the ash again. She says, but I must know.
Jeez.
Do it. Stab her.
Stab her. As you're still kind of wrestling, she sees that you're not, no one's really, doing anything. She looks at you and she says, I'll show. And she kind of wipes off her palm, and then she gets her other finger, and she looks like she starts to draw that symbol on her palm. And she's slowly making lines.
Fuck. How did that roll that Sage did to contest the ash go?
No, he's still stuck.
I was gonna say I assumed it failed.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt again in a few moments.
I'm gonna. Fuck, man. I don't know. I'm gonna let her do it.
Okay. You see, it takes her, again, a few moments. She's very careful about it, and when she finally finishes, she does that last dash, and you see like those cracks of electricity. It's kind of what it looks like. Kind of go across the pattern, and then just kind of like wipes itself clean, and you can see like the ash around her start to kind of unsettle, and it kind of like just starts swirling slowly, around her lower body at first, and then starts picking up. In a few moments, it's swirling, almost like a little funnel cloud all around her. And then it just drops. And she looks up at you and says, who am I?
You don't remember where you came from?
She thinks, and she seems really confused by the question.
I gesture to them. Can you let them stand up?
But we must know.
Can't we figure this out without this ash, please?
And she like lunges at you, Darvish. She kind of just like seizes like your shoulders, and she's like just face to face, and like we must know.
Well, we can figure out without Ash.
She slaps her hand over your mouth, and she starts furiously trying to draw the symbol on your forehead.
Okay, at this point, I
I'm
guess
gonna
we just
attempt to
kind of
get out
have
of
to
this.
like tackle her out of the way.
Okay.
Well, not tackle her, but I'm gonna just move her.
Okay. So you just kind of gave her like a forearm shiver just to knock her off.
Yeah.
Okay. You hit her, and she kind of knocked off balanced, and she kind of gets off him, and she looks at you. She says, "But we must know."
I said, no, you hurt that man. He is dead now. Okay? You cannot do this to them.
Doesn't matter. We must know. Ash knows.
It does. It matters to me. I'm not going to let you.
And she points at you and says, "Do you know?"
I shrug my shoulders. Maybe. I don't know.
She holds out her hand
No,
to you, like palm up, and
but-
says, Show me."
Well, fuck. Okay, fine.
Can I
I-
attempt to break out again?
Sure. You're time to make a breakout again.
And
No, you're running even more out of energy. She
Oh,
grabs
God.
your wrist, Josephine. She kind of like yanks your arm tight.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
gets her finger and she starts angrily scrawling that symbol on your palm.
Okay. I was gonna say I was gonna do it myself.
No, she's gonna do it. She's gonna do it
No.
for you.
Do it. Okay.
You let her go through with it.
At this point, I'm really curious because, like, Josephine wants to know, like, what is this and how would this interact with my magic? Like, what is she doing?
Yeah. So she draws a symbol.
Really, like, yeah.
She does it in the same way she's done it. The last 2 times she's done it. She makes that last dash. Again, crackles of electricity starts sparking over like, the lines and the dashes of the symbols, and then just kind of washes itself clean. And ash starts just shooting up, and kind of puffs of ash like around you. And the woman she kind of stumbles back from you, and the ash starts kind of swirling, around your legs and around your waist, and just wrapping itself completely around you. Darvish and Benjamin, you're restrained, but you can see that suddenly your lieutenant is just completely like covered in this shifting mass of ash, and you can see kind of arcs of, what you would think of as like little lightning bolts, because you don't really know what it is. It's just kind of little bolts of electricity, kind of just back and forth over the surface of this. Joseph, you can feel it kind of like swirling around you, and you can feel like those like electrical shocks kind of between you and the ash, just all over the place, just constantly. The ash never actually touches you, though. You can feel like there's some like that little shocks of electricity kind of creating like a buffer zone. And then finally, it just kind of falls away. And then the woman is just standing stock still, just staring at you.
Oh, Jesus.
And then she kind of looks at you, and she's already kind of like, she kind of like stood up and kind of like, kind of almost like half running away. But now she stops, and the ash is fallen. She takes a step closer to you, looks at you, and she just falls down to her knees, and she puts her palms in, in the ash and looks at you, and then she kind of bows her head for a while, and she looks up, and you see like she's kind of just like crying a little bit.
Oh, no. Okay.
And she says, "It's you."
What's me? What's wrong?
You
I kneel down in front of her.
You must know.
What do I know?
She kind of like grabs up like a fistful of ash and just kind of like lets it like fall through her fingers. It says, "The ash knows. The ash knows you."
Oh, jeez. I dip my finger in the ash and I like hold my palm out to like let her watch, and I slowly start like sketching the shape.
Mm-hmm. So she kind of watches you, and at one point she kind of stops and shakes her head like, no, that's wrong. You do it like this. And she corrects you, and you finish drawing it. Again, that same thing, kind of that crack electricity, and then the symbol kind of just washes itself clean. And you see, you can almost feel like, again, like that pressure in the air just kind of shifts or changes. And Benjamin, Darvish, you start feeling like the ashes creep along. You start moving again, and it starts crawling along your body. Starts
Okay,
slowly covering you. Go ahead.
Can I direct some mental energy towards, like, now that I know that me drawing this did something, I want to try to direct it away from them.
I got you. Make me some sort of arcane-based check. I keep shutting my book. I shouldn't do that.
There is...
You know, if this was D&D, it'd be, just a straight arcane check or, whatever, but...
I mean,
they're
there's an
not.
arcane basic stat, or there's an arcane basic
we
stat.
could just roll it based on my arc stat.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's do that. Yeah, 'cause it's not really a skill. It's just your natural, just inherent ability with magic. Ew. Ooh. Oh, I mean, the other one's a 5. 1 and a 5 for 10.
Yeah, it's 1 plus. It's not awesome.
Well, I mean, it's new magic.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. You know what I totally forgot about? Feat points. Hold on a second.
Are you gonna boost a die? Or boost a roll?
Yeah.
I guess that's what it's called, boost a roll.
I totally forgot about it, but can I boost that? If it's okay, I'll just roll an additional d6 to add.
Yep, that's fine.
Damn it. Okay, but 12
I guess it's 12 is good though. I mean, 2 is not great, but added in with a 1 and added in with a 5, it's like a 5 and a 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of...
Good enough to do something for you guys.
Nope.
Yeah, you start kind of trying to just like tune your mind to it. You really don't... I mean, you know how to use magic. You've been practicing it in secret yourself for as long as you've been able to do it. It is a little bit different though. But you kind of try to tune yourself to it, and you feel like you've made some kind of link, and you feel like you're trying to, like, maybe you have some control over this ash. You're trying to slowly kind of stop and pull it away from your 2 soldier buddies. And you're able to do that. It takes some work. You're kind of like really concentrating. The other 2, you see the ash is slowly starting to kind of come off your body and kind of just retreat and almost kind of crumble away towards not like some kind of force. It's just plain ash. It's just loose ash. And the ash just kind of falls away from them. And the woman, again, she seems just startled. She stumbles back again from you. And then she like goes to her knees and like palms the dirt, like head down, like she's bowing to you. And then you feel like something, just say something, wash over you, Josephine. And you start hearing things. It's weird. It sounds like distant whispering, not voices. It's just kind of like just something, like maybe just some little something in the breeze, but it wasn't there before.
I'm gonna scramble to my feet and help Benjamin up.
Okay, you help Benjamin up.
Yeah.
Benjamin has absolutely wet his pants at this point.
I could have imagined.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like kind of like cock my head, like I'm listening for something, and I turn to her and I say, "Do you hear it too? Don't you?"
And she stands up, and she walks to you and says, "Yes, we all hear it." And she like kind of just like grabs your hand, again, like a friendly manner, like grabs it, and says, "Now we must know."
And what does that mean?
She just kind of like looks confused again, and kind of shakes her head a little bit. I don't know.
Okay. What does that have to do with them, though?
We must know if they are like us. And she bends down, and she picks up like a fistful of ash, and she lets it like run like us, like the ash. She lets it fall.
And I ask her, though, what happens if they're not?
Doesn't matter. We must know.
It does matter, though. Does it hurt them? It hurts them, doesn't it?
Why
You
do
tried
you...
it on the guy.
Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
She shakes her head again. Says, no. There's nothing. No magic. No life. Just the ash.
I shake my head a little bit. I say, that's not how it works here.
I'm gonna slowly pull out my sword.
Okay. Slowly pull out your sword. And she looks at you. She doesn't appear to be like aggressive or anything. She almost kind of seems now like she kind of reveres you a little bit, Josephine. Like now you're just like best friends. But she just kind of just keeps imploring you, but no, we must.
Lieutenant, what is she talking about?
You two are the same?
Shit.
The woman looks at you guys and she just nods and says yes.
I'm like,
And she turns back to you.
why
And
don't you guys go stand by the horse?
yeah, well then she turns back to you, Josephine, and says, do not worry. We are many. But we must
Really?
know. And she nods. And she bends down, picks up a fistful of ash and says, and just kind of lets it fall. Almost as if to say, like the grains of sand, but it's not sand. It's, it's ash.
Yeah.
Like we are this numerous.
Oh, jeez. Okay. And I don't know, I just shake my head. I'm like, yeah, but if it hurts them, then we can't know.
She looks confused again at you and then says, but then what?
They have to figure it out on their own.
She looks a little confused by this. And says, is this what you wish?
I nod my head, yes.
And she kind of lets your hand go and she kind of takes a step back. She looks a little bit sad now. And drops her hand.
I gesture her to is there like a rock we can sit on or something?
Yeah. Sure. This is just rocks everywhere.
Far enough away that maybe we're not in direct earshot of them.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So Josephine and the woman start kind of moving off away from you two guys. What are you guys gonna do?
I make a gesture of just hold on a
Yeah,
second.
like a minute.
Yeah.
I glare at them suspiciously.
Sword still out.
Yeah, definitely. Benjamin, what do you think?
I don't know, but it's obvious that Lieutenant isn't telling us something.
Yeah. And I'm thinking it's not
Perfect.
something legal.
What are we gonna do about it then?
Well, I think we should just keep an eye on him.
Yep.
Something happens, this is just, you know?
Do you think she has magic? Just whisper.
Probably, I mean, they said that they were the same, and that lady is clearly using magic. Quite obviously, who that, I'm a normal person. I ain't gonna fucking somehow make Ash hold me down and smother me.
Okay. You two wrestle with the fact that you are slowly
have
coming to
half
the
of
realization
mine.
that perhaps Lieutenant has committed what is essentially treason of the highest degree.
Yeah.
And also come to grips with everything else you've seen during your adventure here in the Ashfall zone.
I hate this place.
Yay.
So Josephine, Josephine, you kind of go away. The woman just follows you, and you find a nice rock to sit on, away from the other two guys who are just whispering to each other.
Yeah. I do want to be in sight though. Like I don't want to be out of their sight.
Yep. That's fine.
Okay. Yeah. And I just want to talk to her for a minute because, man, out of character for a second though, I'm super confused because clearly she's able to act normal enough that she can, like, be in a town and talk to people and stuff.
I mean, you don't know her full involvement of what she did in the town or not.
No, or even if it was. I mean, it might.
I mean, really, as far as you know.
Yeah.
Assuming that this is the woman Boris was talking about, Borisar. That's it.
Yeah.
You know?
And that it might not have even been her, but
Right.
In any case, and I say, you know, we have to let people figure it out on their own. You know, it's very dangerous here if you can do the things that we can. You know, I made it this far, and the rest of us will too. But it's very important that we keep it a secret.
She looks at you confused and says, "Why? They must know."
They don't want to know. The way people live here, very different than wherever you come from.
She nods and thinks about it a little bit.
I look her like very seriously in the eyes, and then I tell her, if they knew, they would kill us.
She says, "Doesn't matter. No magic, no life, just ash."
I've seen many people live lives just fine without having what we have. And I shrug my shoulders and say, not everyone has it. And some of them are okay people. It's okay to be different.
She thinks about this a moment and says, and then she says, no, we must know. Are they like us or not like us?
They're not like us.
All right, let me just give you my signature so you can sign my death certificate.
Then they don't.
But I put my hand on her arm and I say, but that's okay.
How? How can that be okay? They're not like us.
But that's not bad.
She kind of seems confused by this.
Yes.
And she just says, but the ash knows. The ash will know. That's
Yes.
what matters.
The ash will know. But if they're not like us, it hurts them, doesn't it? Then they die.
Yeah, and she says, doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It's just a back and forth between
This is
it does.
going
It does not. It
I know
does. It
it's
does
going
not.
nowhere.
I'm gonna pull out my gun.
Fucking kill her already.
I'm
Kill
pulling
her.
out my gun. I'm pulling out my gun.
Okay.
Sword and gun.
She's the one who
I'm
did it.
motioning for Benjamin to do the same.
I like this.
I'm gonna tell-
So, Josephine, you kind of get this back and forth. At times, this woman seems like she has a few coherent thoughts, but then at other times, she kind of just falls back into this almost like half confused, just half rhetorical, just rant. Well, she'll just say the same things
Yeah.
over and over again, and then she'll kind of come out and say a few intelligible things, and fall back into it. Like she just can't quite wrap her head around a lot of things. And then you notice, Darvish pulls pistol. You'll give Benjamin a star, an elbow, and they both start like marching towards you, weapons drawn.
Fuck.
And the woman, she kind of takes notice and she puts her hands on you, Josephine, and says, "We must know."
And I look her right in, I look at her and said, "I will not let you hurt them." I take a step back and kind of like put myself between them and her.
Okay. You guys kind of get up to Josephine. She's
kind of like spread my hands out like this.
Yep. She's moved in front of the woman who's still just sitting on a rock behind her.
Does the woman react at all?
No. She hasn't said anything. You hear kind of like maybe kind of start go back to like almost like mumbling or whispering to herself, but no, I mean, she's still just sitting on the rock.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, if this woman killed Boris, then she needs to be placed under arrest.
I turn to him and I kind of nod my head. And I say it's hard to get a clear answer out of her as to what's happening or what happened. I was hoping that she might agree to come with us quietly. I don't fancy getting tangled up in that ash.
You can always just put a bullet in her head.
Are you Darvish or Alistair?
Oh yeah. Alistair would have shot her like
Just
after
like
the
that.
first circle.
That's-
Yeah.
Job.
Yeah, it would have been a long
Circle
time ago.
bang.
Like after the first like time like the conversation went around in a circle. He's like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah.
We're done with this.
Yeah.
And lesson mission was to
is desperately curious about this like weird magic and the fact that there's apparently this place with tons of people just like her.
Yep. This is that pull for you.
Well, due to the fact that magic is forbidden and this lady is clearly using magic and has murdered with it, I am going to shoot her.
Okay, so Darvish kind of pulls his
cranium.
pistol and tries to get a shot. I mean, Josephine is standing, blocking her. You can't get a.
I will walk next to her, in front of her. I don't care. As long as I can get a shot on this lady.
Okay. Josephine, Darvish is trying to get a shot on the woman. Whether he's trying to maybe shuffle around you or get up close enough that he can reach around you to get a shot. There's some maneuvering going on.
Yes. Fuck. I turn and I look her in the eye and I say, in the society that we live in, magic is illegal. And
She shakes her head again. She says, "No. No magic." And she stands up and she says, "No life." And then she screams, "Just ash." And you feel kind of just ash all around you, kind of almost like someone just did like a single bass, like a subwoofer, just kind of lifts up a little bit and then settles.
oh jeez.
And she,
Yeah, I'm shooting her.
do you want to try to?
Seeing that, yeah.
Okay,
Are you going to try to stop me?
right. That's the question, and then we'll try to figure out who can.
Yeah. My intention was to just say that, you were under suspicion of murder. I'm going to give you the opportunity to come with us quietly.
Okay. Doesn't seem to want to take that, or at least doesn't understand it.
Resisting arrest, shooter.
Hey, Josephine, you're gonna try to rein in your corporal.
I take a step forward and I show her the cuffs. And I
Okay.
gesture for her to put her arms together.
He's trying to shoot her.
Are you still gonna?
Keep getting him. Oh, get the hell out
I'm
of
just
my way.
ignoring him. I'm just completely ignoring him.
Okay,
Goddamn.
Darvish, I mean, you see what Josephine's doing. She's trying to take a different tact. She pulls the cuffs out and shows her. Are you still gonna try to just shoot?
No, because I'm thinking about this. If he takes her in and she spills the beans that they are similar in magic wise, then hey, less magic in the world.
Okay.
So he's just
That
gonna
is
let her.
true. That is true.
You maybe okay. So maybe you two are thinking, okay, Lieutenant's in on this, but if we keep the witness alive, two birds with one stone,
Then,
we get
hey,
a promotion. No more
Two birds,
Ashfall
one
zone.
stone. Definite promotion.
Okay. All right. That's fine. The woman, she looks at you, Josephine. She kind of frowns and says, "But we're the same."
Darvish glares at Josephine again.
Shit.
You're in a pickle.
Yep. Really don't want to die. Or get ratted out by you guys.
Yeah, I mean, you can do whatever you want. It does. I mean, I'll say that it doesn't appear that she's gonna willingly like thrust out her wrist and say, "Okay, take me in, Copper." She still is. Other than that, kind of where she yelled and kind of the ash kind of move. She's still now. She doesn't seem to be, overly aggressive. So I mean, you could try to force her into the cuffs or whatever.
You know what you have to do.
Yeah. I take a step forward and just make a go of actually trying to arrest her.
Okay. Roll me. There's got to be some kind of like a, almost like a grapple check, some kind of contest we could do, something kind of physique based.
You could just do a grapple.
Yeah, I mean, they're all different kind of grapples. I wouldn't be surprised if there's any some kind of like a tie up contest.
Yeah.
Because
it's not like you use rope.
There actually is. Rope use is
Yeah,
one
there
of-
is.
yeah, there is rope use right
but
here.
it's not a rope though.
No.
It's sailing clearly.
Yeah. Maybe just a straight like fizz check to see if I can like get her to.
Manhandle her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm not very strong.
Well, I mean that's the red box is deceiving since there's two rolls in the rolls we do now.
Yeah.
And one of them's a 1.
Yeah, one of them's a 1. Okay, so I'm going to roll. So I don't need that. Let's roll 6 plus 2. Okay. She's a small, slight little woman. You're able to kind of just like force her around and get the manacles click on. I mean, she resists like a little bit, but really it seems more like she just doesn't even understand what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you kind of like get them clicked on and stand her up, and she looks at you and doesn't say anything, but has this look on her face like that, almost as if to say, what's going on?
Yeah.
She pulls on him a little bit.
Oh, this is the worst, guys.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean this is the worst? You killed a. What do you mean this is the worst? You killed a.
I didn't. Sorry, that was out of character. That was out of character.
Sure.
That's sorry.
Okay, so I mean, you have her. You have her handcuffed.
Yeah. No, in character, I turn to them and say, "Okay, which one of you is going to lead the horse?"
I'll lead the horse, I guess.
Seems better than handling the.
Get the horse.
Handling the crazy lady.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure what you're saying, Sage, because you're breaking up, but Benjamin's gonna go escort the horse.
I'll just stick with. I'll stick with Brittany or Josephine.
Okay. All right. So Josephine, you're gonna try to start, leading everyone back into town. Is that the goal
Pretty
here?
much.
Okay. So how are you guys walking?
Oh God.
I'll be right behind.
I'm just
crazy
curious.
lady and Josephine.
What'd you say?
And I think I'll be behind Josephine and Crazy Lady, but
Okay,
in
so you're
front
bringing
of
up the
Benjamin
back.
and the horse.
Okay, then okay.
No,
No,
I would've-
he's in the middle. I'd be in the back.
Yeah.
leading the horse.
Okay, so horses bring up the rear. Josephine later at the very front. Okay. How are you walking with the woman, Josephine?
Just walking her like beside me, I guess.
Okay. Maybe kind of got her by the elbow a little bit, not tightly, but enough to.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Okay, so you start walking, and she, doesn't really resist. She just kind of goes with you. She's still kind of confused. You start walking along, and I mean, it's gonna take 5-10 minutes at least to even get back down to the bottom of this path. So it's a ways. And you start walking. After a few moments, she looks at you, Josephine. Says, Where are you taking me?"
We have to go back to the city.
She shakes her head and says, "No, that's not right. That's the wrong way. No magic, no life, just ash."
Gosh, what's the ash? Let's.
And I said, well, man,
Come on!
First, we have to go into the city.
You have witnesses that you need to get rid of.
Are you guys yelling this? You can't. You guys are too far away to hear.
I know.
I think that was Alistair voicing his opinion.
wait, what?
Moving up in the world, buddy.
The peanut gallery. They're too far away for you guys to hear you and the woman
Yeah.
talking.
I know. Yeah.
So I mean, she says that to you. She's still not physically resisting.
Oh, man. I just shrug and say, well, we have to go back here. I mean, you're under suspicion of murder.
She says, there's no murder. And then she starts repeating that same thing again. No magic, no life, or just ash. And then she says it again. And then she says it again. And you get a few more steps. You're about maybe halfway down to the mountain, or halfway back towards the town. Not Benjamin. Darvish. Roll me 2d6 plus 2. This is a detection check.
Oh.
Because you're walking in the middle, correct? Yeah, you don't know anything. So you don't really notice anything until this situation's already kind of gone through. So she keeps repeating like this mantra just over and over again as you're walking, and then suddenly Josephine, like you're holding like your elbow, kind of escorting her along, and suddenly like your hand just kind of like moves through her, like lost her somehow. And you look at her, and all three of you see she's still walking, and as she's walking, you see her body slowly start crumbling into black ash, and the handcuffs hit the ground. And you saw that the last you heard was just her, her voice just still saying, that mantra. Then just nothing.
Fuck. I just sort of sit on the ground. Kind of
I give up.
sit down. Kind of just like, what the fuck just happened?
Okay, you stop, just plunk right down. So you could too. Bringing up the rear saw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Benjamin. Like, did you see that?
And I look at them like, did you guys see that?
What? Told you she was. I knew she was magic.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I just knew it. God, excellent deduction skills.
You should have killed her.
The job isn't necessarily to kill people; it's to catch them.
It's to kill all magic users.
That's true. Well,
yes, but we need them to face justice first.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the rules as far as the Empire is concerned, like with handling Wraithborn, yeah, they are seen as like just the absolute worst of the worst of the worst.
On site.
Not but what I'm gonna say is it's not necessarily a kill on sight. It'd be one of those things where they want to be captured brought back, some kind of trial. If they're dangerous, yeah. It's kind of one of those things where if a cog does kill a Wraithborn, like on site, or something happens, it's kind of one of those things where like they're, alright, I guess we'll kind of look the other way. It's just a Wraithborn. But so it's like kind of like those rules of like, justice of, a little bit looser when it comes to them. Because, I mean, they don't really have a great way of protecting themselves against magic. There's no like anti-magic collars, or anything that they've developed. So typically it's just safer to kill them. But
Kill on site.
yeah, but I mean the preferred tactic is still to take them in normally.
Give them a rigged justice system.
Yep. And from what you guys have seen, when you guys are able to capture Wraithborn, a lot of the time, to get them under control, you knock them out, use some kind of poison to render them unconscious, something like that. That's usually the safest way. And then typically the procedure is to ship them to the capital, not the capital of Aethermere, the capital of the Empire, and then they do with whatever they do with them. So I mean that's typically the goal. But yeah, if you come back to your superior and I ran across a Wraithborn today, had to shoot him, they're kind of like, all right. Whereas if you had done that to like a civilian, it'd be okay. Well, now you'd be brought up murder charges.
Yeah.
But like with the Wraithborn, it's like, all right, we'll flex rules a little bit. Okay, so this woman has just seemingly turned to ash in front of your eyes. You are now left with she's no body, nothing. You do have a horse though.
Great.
Can we return this horse and go home, please?
Yes. Let's go.
Okay. So
we pick up the pace.
Yeah, you pick up the pace. You escort the horse back into town. People immediately take notice. You guys walk through the horse. People are very excited the horse is back. This horse is a little bit of a minor celebrity. It is the nicest, strongest horse, in this area.
Oh.
This is horse, very valuable. So they're grateful. You're not getting rewarded or anything, but they kind of.
They maybe hate us a little less
Yep,
for the rest of the time we're here.
Yep, as you guys gotta leave, you don't hear as many jeers and filthy comments and stuff.
Great.
Are you guys going to, now that you've kind of settled the horse deal, are you just gonna be like, okay, we're job's done, let's just get back to the train station, get back to.
Back, yeah.
Yep, we are going home.
Okay, you take a long train ride home. The only thing I'll ask before we fast travel is, do we want to, Josephine, are you going to do anything about the situation of the other two knuckleheads here knowing about your secret, or at least thinking they do?
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, because like out of character, Darvish is straight up gonna tell every cog member he can to keep
That's
an
what
eye
I
out
was.
on you.
That's what I was telling you. I'm like, you have witnesses. You need to get rid of now.
Well, I'm thinking, I mean, you guys are kind of taking the role of NPCs, but even if I had full control, I think at the very least, Darvish and Benjamin, they may not go directly to like the captain, maybe, because that might be a little intimidating. They may feel like they're gonna get blamed, for accusing a superior of treason.
Yeah.
But I think at the very least they're telling their their people, their corporals and other buddies they hang out with and drink, and you'll never believe what I saw Lieutenant Josephine do. I think she's
I don't.
But
I think I don't know about Darvish, but I think that Benjamin would probably just retire and forget everything ever happened.
that's
Yeah.
appropriate too.
Again.
I think that's appropriate.
We're
Okay.
Done
Yeah,
with
he
this.
just definitely wants to
Going
go.
home. You never see me again.
I mean, the only reason I'm asking, in case you want to try to handle it somehow, Josephine, either on the train with them, or maybe we'll do something when we get back to barracks. Is that'll have bearings on how things go forward when we start for real.
Yeah, jeez. Like I need a minute to think about it almost.
Okay, that's fine. We can even do this if you'd prefer. We can kind of say you guys get back to barracks. You hand in your report. We'll talk about how you hand a report too, but then just kind of you can, Brittany, let me know some other time how you want to go about it, and I'll try to work at that.
Yeah, I'm almost leaning towards like, do I have much pull? Like, if I suggested that they be sent somewhere else, would that be good, or do you think that that would work?
Yes.
Yeah.
You've been there a
Okay.
few years. You've risen up in ranks. Yeah, these are just two newbies. If you come back and go to your captain and say, look, those two knuckleheads were just, they're not cut out for this. Let's, send them somewhere else. He'd probably be like,
Yeah.
all right, whatever. We'll get two new guys in tomorrow.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna make my report, and I'm just
Okay.
gonna be like, you know what, we ran into some really weird shit out there. Like, we ran into this magic user, and they were very, I'm gonna not make up the story, pretty much tell it mostly how it happened, but just say, you know what, they were very traumatized, and they are, like, clearly not handling what happened very well. And, we had to kill some magic users, and one of them escaped, and it was just very, like, they really struggled. And I really think it would be best for their, like, emotional and mental well-being if they were sent to a different district. I don't think that they're going to be very helpful here anymore.
Okay. Yeah, your captain will you kind of accept that and kind of be like, whoa, geez, shit, actually, wow. Kind of be a little impressive, like, wow, you really kind of, because he kind of thought maybe this was just some nonsense, some bad reports or something. To come back with that, and hey, you got a good old attaboy for taking care of some Wraithborn. You came back in one piece, and yeah, okay, yeah, sure, we'll take the rookies, we'll get them assigned someplace, maybe a little bit more their pace. Okay, that works.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much the plan.
Okay, that works for me.
Yeah. And it's perhaps orchestrated in a way that, if I can, to kind of get them sent out before they get to talk to anybody.
Oh,
I
that's
gotcha.
the first thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It'll be something I'll take, I'll think about as we build on the larger campaign. But sure, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys,
I mean, he knows that if she admits anything or starts to threaten anybody, it's going to be obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But if she's like, nope, these two newbies just like couldn't hack it, and continues right along.
Yep, and that wouldn't be terribly unusual, for a ranking officer to like you to get two new guys, test them out, and then okay, these guys just aren't. You just get them out of here, because I mean the Empire they don't want people who can't do the job. There's kind of very no nonsense. Like this is serious business, so it wouldn't be unusual for rookies to not be able to make it and then get shipped out someplace else, and or even get cut completely, depending on how things turn out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I also maybe do want to like spend some of the time in the cart, like when we're on the train home. Just being like, yeah, you know what, you guys did a really good job today. Like, I don't necessarily think that this is going to be the best district for you guys, though. Like, you handled the Wraithborn really well. They're very, they're very tricky. They really rely on, changing your perceptions of what's happening around you, as we noticed with the girl. I kind of like give them a breakdown. Like, we just wanted to help that girl, and they totally, preyed on that. They really worked together to, to turn people against each other and to, influence the way you see things.
So they lie.
Unfortunately.
As I glare at her.
Oh. Nice. The very subtle, like,
but just so you guys know, like, I think I might recommend that they take you to a different district for now. Some more city work rather than sending you out to the Ashlands. I think that was a bit much.
But good job not dying.
But yeah, good job not dying.
Okay.
Luna.
So this is kind of where the prologue wraps up. You complete your mission. Josephine maybe has some things to think about. Benjamin and Darvish, our two NPCs, didn't die.
Yeah.
Darvish.
Kept you
is-
guys
I
alive.
thought Darvish was gonna
Faithful,
die.
but
Honestly,
great.
I was completely prepared for him to perish.
Now,
Yep.
complete
Why would
complete
you-
failure.
alive, but apparently you didn't deserve that.
No. So I thought
Well-
you guys were gonna die. I thought one of you would probably die in the combat. Once we kind of did a couple rolls, and I'm like, wow, you could just get like taken out here pretty quick.
Yeah,
Saved
I
your
thought
asses
Darvish
for
was gonna
nothing.
die.
And you could have if the
Alright.
rolls had been different.
You totally